So here at episode 1 at JT Fitness, I'm introducing Vanda. Vanda came on board at the 28-day challenge to get more understanding of how to bring up her energy and the relation between nutrition and training. She was really lacking in energy before getting on board. Over the last 28 days, we've managed to uplift her energy massively, but also dropping 4 kilos in the process. So I'm going to now let Vanda tell a little bit about her story over the last 28 days. So firstly, Vanda, where was you before starting this program?
Well, before I started, I used to think that I ate quite healthily, and I did used to take quite a lot of exercise, running, walking, cycling, but without any real direction. So this is what the 28-day challenge has really done for me. It's really given me some direction and a focus, and also established a connection between the two, which probably seems fairly obvious, but that's what's made a real difference for me doing this challenge. And I love a challenge too. Couldn't resist that.
Okay, so secondly then, what was the biggest changes that you noticed then when you were on board, just over that small 28-day period?
Okay, so I think a difference in my sort of physique, as it were. So in other words, did a lot of home workouts, which were great, and certainly my eating pattern, it just made me feel better all round. So I was sleeping better, and my energy levels got much higher. And yeah, I just felt better all round. Just again, having a higher protein diet and fewer carbs, etc.
Perfect. So then come out the back end of it, energy really started to uplift, right? So
yeah,
better. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So what things have you tried in the past then, in terms of just trying to lose some weight, but also actually bring your energy levels up on a consistent basis before jumping on board this program?
Well, so I did exercise, but it was all rather sporadic, and it wasn't really linked into the diet. So if I felt a bit sluggish or something, I'd cut out a few potatoes or not eat that cake, and I'd take exercise. But it's for me, it's really been the linking the diet and the exercise, the two and how they interact with each other, and together, if you can get both right. And of course, there are other aspects too, like sleep, and how it all works together to overall, make you feel much better. And of course, as soon as you start feeling better about yourself, it gives you, you get more energy, and you can do more. And so it's sort of, it gathers momentum, I guess.
Get the ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so next up as well then. So what part of the program, just over that small 28 days, did you feel like helped and supported you the most?
Okay, well, we had a chat about Facebook, getting my head around the IT. Once I got that, the nutrition app was absolutely fantastic that you put me in touch with. And again, the biggest thing for me, one of the big things for me, was you saying that it's a numbers game, the calories game. And again, it sounds perfectly obvious that if you eat X number of calories, you've got to burn off that number of calories. And if you eat more than that, then clearly you're going to put on weight. And as soon as you broke it down and said, well, look, it's a numbers game, and we were putting all the food we were eating onto the app that you recommended, and you can literally count them up and think, gosh, I've got a deficit, or I've eaten too many carbs, or whatever it might be. So that was really, really helpful. The home workouts were great because, again, I do a fair bit of running and cycling, but they're not focused on particular sort of muscle groups. So the home workouts, particularly for sort of legs, were absolutely great. What else? And the dieting, as I say, that the food was really, advice on the food was really, really useful for me.
Getting some more element in terms of structure in most aspects.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I think it's a structure and a direction to it.
Brilliant.
So before, it was all really rather ad hoc, and it sort of happened or it didn't happen. But now there's a structure, and you know what you're going to do each week, and you know what you should be eating. That makes it it makes it much more successful. That's how you end up winning.
Brilliant. And then, so on the last one though, what sort of advice would you give yourself now if you could go back to the time when you were struggling, in terms of building up momentum with your energy, but as well as just general understanding as well? What sort of advice would you give?
Okay, I think I would say you need to know what you want to get out of it. So you need to have a goal. And I think they need to be small and achievable goals, because if you suddenly think, oh, how on earth am I going to lose a stone or a stone and a half, whatever it might be, it seems insurmountable, really. You sort of plod along. So I think small, achievable goals, never give up. So grit and determination, and just don't stop. And also, actually, it's really, really nice that with the Facebook page that you had, all the messages that went, that everyone put on, lots and lots of messages. But it was great because you read them and you think, oh, great, everyone else is finding it struggle. Because there are always times when you think this is great, this is easy, and then other times when you think, oh, actually, I'm really struggling. I think, oh, I'm really hungry. All I want is, a piece of cake or a sweet or whatever it might be, chocolate or something. So actually, it's really nice when you see the other posts that other people have put on there. That other people are struggling too, and then what they do, or ideas too. The recipes, that was great. Again, all those sort of low-fat recipes and things, because quite often you might look at, if you go shopping and you see in the shops these snack bars and things, but you look on the back and they're packed full of sugar or all sorts of nasties that, on the face of it, they look quite healthy. So actually the recipes that you recommend and that some of the others put on too were great actually, high protein, low carb, healthy food.
So the group there,
that's all been really useful.
So the group there really got you a better understanding, gave you some ideas, but also sort of built some momentum and kept you motivated as well, right?
Yeah, and kept it going too. Yeah, because I think if you're doing it on your own, it can be quite a struggle. But if you've got people who are encouraging you and you get feedback from and get ideas from, that's really, really helpful.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you, Vanda. So over the 28 days, some great success, 4 kilos down and energy through the roof. Wicked. Well done.
Yep.
Good job.
Onwards and upwards.